Hello there. Welcome to the Manson show. So hopefully you are not a stranger here. But what goes on here is education, definitely some empowerment. We add humor, information, and just a good vibe generally. It is not just a talk show, it's a live show. We talk about life, we unpick life, we find solutions to the things that stress us in life, and we make progress together. It is the Amma Manson show, and my name is Amma, your girl, your educator, your motivator, and I kick your hind wherever we need to. Enjoy, invite other people to join in, and hopefully you have a wonderful experience on today's show. Let's get straight into things. Good morning everybody on the 10th of May. Happy birthday to my sister, my little sister. I love you to the moon and back, and happy Mother's Day. That's actually the purpose of this video, in fact. So I've been sat here today reflecting. I want to celebrate my moms, and I want to tell you a little story about each one of them. So let's start with my mom, Amasumpa Udoba Mensa, my mom. My mom is one of those women who epitomizes motherhood, really. She epitomizes sacrifice. In fact, as I've grown older, I've come to know some of those sacrifices were a little severe in my mom's case. My mom is one of those women who never really allowed herself to enjoy much for the sake of this one, especially this one, and subsequently my little sister as well. But the sacrifices, initial sacrifices, and the reasons why she never really learned high fashion was me. The reason why she never really drove the best cars was me. The reason why, as beautiful as she was not the most fashionable woman, was me. And as I've grown older, I've come to really understand why that was. You see, my mom made sure that I was in the best schools anywhere, the best schools money could pay for. The very best education was given to me through schools. My mom made sure extracurricular activities that I enjoyed are actually not typical of the age, the times, and location where I grew up. Definitely unusual. My mom is one of the reasons why I am so diverse and I am so multi-talented. Actually, I dare say my mom is the reason why I am so multi-talented and diverse, because she actually created many learning opportunities for me. My mom, the phenomenal woman, Amma Odoba Mensa, is one of the reasons why my life's course has been exactly the way it was. There hasn't been many deviations in my life. There hasn't been great obstructions in my life. There hasn't been great atrocities in my life. And it turns out that it actually has a lot of things to do with the relationship I had with my mom. The fact that she shared her experiences honestly, brutally honestly with me, and allowed me to use her experiences to avoid repetition. So what happened to her, which was not positive, was always put at my disposal. And I managed to use that information to avoid those same hiccups. It made my journey through life significantly smoother, significantly easier. And it takes competence, motherly competence, to organize that. My mom is fantastic. She is the very best. I know a lot of you love your moms, and I know a lot of you think your moms are great. But if you've not met mine, you've never met the greatest. It's not a brag. It's not a brag. It's a sincere admission. I am a mother myself now. As I'm mothering these two people, with all the resources placed at my disposal due to Amma Odoba Mensa's sacrifices, I still struggle with my own parenting journey, and I look back at hers and I'm like, I don't know how to describe you. I don't know how to describe you. As I'm trying to teach my kids literacy, I understood some of the games that my mom played with us when we were kids. As I attempted to teach my kids morality, I understood some of the conversations Amma Odoba Sumpa Mensa had with me in the early days. She was fantastic in the sense that she was very educated. She was very emotionally intelligent. She understood the character that was me, especially. I am not an easy character to raise. I am very stubborn, very, very stubborn. I am very quick-witted, very quick-witted. But I am so excited by life, and I really want to discover a lot of things in life. So it takes the absolute best to actually raise me the way I was, to keep me the way I was kept, to go through life the way I am. And for that, this day, my salute to you, my mother, Ama Udoba Manson. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord gift you long life. May the Lord help you live. My promise of fulfillment is delayed, but may you live through the times and may you see the fruition of your work. It is a little tribute also to those of you who are men and provide motherly services to children, motherly love to children, be them biological or not. May the good Lord bless you. My mom, the tiny little power pack, Ama Udoba Manson, should be in many books and in many films, epitomizing motherhood, explaining motherly sacrifice, explaining intervention, preempting to prevent. That was my mom. That is my mom, Ama Udoba Sumpa Manson. I will come back to Udoba and I'll tell you a lot more about that woman. The other woman in my life which is phenomenal is Auntie Asabia, Auntie Efua Asabia. I'm telling you, I have been lucky to be blessed with one mom, but my mother-in-law is just as incredible. Every time I've watched this woman and her 5 children, and every time I've seen how involved she is with every single one of them, every time I've seen the active intervention she puts in place to make sure that her kids and their well-being is maintained at all times, that she creates an environment which invites in-laws like myself to come home and feel like daughters, so that we are always home, so that we always bring the grandkids, so that we always find her part of our community and we don't distance ourselves. That's a skill in itself. For you to have a child or two, and to have a child or two stay loyal, and for them all to be interconnected, for all the grandchildren to be networked, that is a skill. That is a skill which would only be achieved if you are, again, incredibly emotionally intelligent. So, Auntie Asabia, Sisi, happy Mother's Day. You know my love for you is very deep, very deep. My respect for you, absolutely no way to describe it. I think you know how I feel about you already anyway. And this is my little tribute in thanks for some phenomenal women that are in my life. And for my big sis, Daddy Nippets, she is just amazing. My dad always says that she was the best senior prefect, and it's true. Of all of us, she is actually the best senior prefect. An incredibly generous woman, phenomenal big sister you are. Nana, again, you know my love for you, indescribable, indescribable. But today, the 10th of May, I am actually reserving the very last one for our baby last, our little Akusia, because it's actually her birthday today as well. Happy birthday, Mugiri. Happy birthday, my dear, dear one. Now, this kid is one of the reasons why I learned softness. This kid is one of the reasons why I learned motherly instinct. I was a mother way before I actually knew how to birth because of this kid. Learning how to protect was taught to me by this kid. Actually, humanity was taught to me by this kid. Because as a lone walker, which I was, as a singleton, which I was, my mentality had to shift significantly when this kid arrived. And from the very, very first day, I remember the Sunday she was born. The 10th of May when she was born was actually a Sunday. Her name is Akusia. We had been to church. My mom had gone to the labor place. I knew she might bring a baby. You know, it was a hush-hush event. because nobody really knew the outcome. This was a very high-risk pregnancy and whatnot. So we went to church as usual. I had been given my Sunday collection. I did not actually put all of it in the collection box, as I always did. I always hang on to a little bit and made myself a little nest for sweets and whatnot. So my collection was in my hand. I was coming back from church with my friends. Were we even getting ready? I think we had just congregated ourselves and we're just about to go to church. I think that's what it was. Yeah, we had congregated ourselves. We were just about to leave for church. Everybody was excited. Obviously, a lot of the kids in my community had hundreds of siblings. And at the time, the one kid in that community who had no sibling was me. So finally, my cousin comes, screaming, shouting, dancing, and she says, "Hey, mommy has had a baby. It's a girl, it's a girl." No, it was after church. It was after church. It was after church. Because mommy had come home. Mommy had come home with the baby. She had brought the baby home. I was in a lawn, patch of grass, messing with my friends as usual, and as soon as he says, "Mommy, mom is home with the baby," I dropped my shoes, I dropped my money, and I never dropped my money. I dropped everything, the Bible and everything that was in my hand, and I legged it home. Desperate to go and see my sibling, my little baby sibling. One that was my own. One I could love. One I could baby. One I could protect. And I looked at this beautiful kid with her black ears. And I fell in love. I fell so deeply in love that it was hopeless. Wrapped around her little finger, I have been her entire life. Wrapped around her little finger, I always will be. Absolutely no complaints about that one. Akosia Boatima Manson, I love you is an understatement. And you know it. Happy birthday, my dear. Today, enjoy yourself, have a blast, and send me the bill. I will gladly pay it. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. Happy Mother's Day, gentlemen. Happy Mother's Day to everybody who provides motherly services to the wonderful little people of this world. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord reward your sacrifice, because it's a very difficult job to do. There is usually no reward as you go through. May the end be enough reward for you when you've taken those kids on a journey and those kids have turned out just okay. As for that one, different story. So I was talking to somebody recently, and I said to she says, "Tell me a little bit about yourself." I'm like, "Okay." "Tell me a little bit about your family." "Okay." Tell them a little bit about my mom. Told them a little bit about my siblings, especially the little one. And she says, "What's the little one doing?" I'm like, "Oh, she's actually finishing off a doctorate." She says, "Incredible. Wow, that means she's a master's holder." I'm like, "Yep." So we continue chatting. She asked me about myself. I'm still working on a doctorate. So she says, "Explain it to me. Your mom has 2 daughters. And those daughters are both master's degree holders." I'm like, "Yeah." "And both daughters are actually working on doctorates." And I'm like, "Yes." "Are you kidding me? Your mom is fantastic." I knew that already. But my mom, you are fantastic. My mom, you epitomize motherhood. My mom, you epitomize creation of opportunities, loyal support, active cheerleading, wise counsel. That is my mother. Ama Odoba Sumpa Mensa. Happy Mother's Day, mommy. Happy Mother's Day, darling. I love you. I love you to the moon and back. See you soon. It would be nice if my children